Afterward, Julia bandages her leg injury and passes out. Sometime later, she wakes up in a sandstorm and finds herself alone. She panics as she comes down to look for her kids, although first she grabs the dead woman's weapon. Hearing her mother screaming, Cassie quickly comes back and explains that they went out to look for help, but they didn't find anyone. Then they reunite with Ben, who's found an open container they can rest in until the storm is over. Julia uses Tom's lighter to cauterize the wounds, which is incredibly painful. Once the storm is over, the family finds a bunch of water bottles in another container. Next they check on the bodies and discover a radio plus a gun. Julia calls Now and informs him she's lost the map. In return, Now reveals he's been attacked by arthropods, which are creatures from the abyss. It seems the oxygen has driven them crazy. Now tells the family to hurry because his instruments have calculated that the sea will come back faster than expected, so they only have a few hours. He shoots a flare and the family starts walking in that direction. After a long walk, the family finds a broken toilet and Ben pees in it. They can finally see the submarine nearby, but they'll have to cross a huge rock formation to reach it. As they make their way through, the walls start shaking and rocks begin to fall, causing a massive rock slide. Julia pushes her kids out of the way just in time and moves back to avoid getting crushed. Now there's a rock wall blocking the way between them. Julia tells the kids to keep going without her, but Cassie refuses and insists her mother should try climbing. An argument ensues, and after lots of yelling, Julia promises she'll find her kids later. A reluctant Cassie then finally drags her brother away. The kids climb the rest of the rocky formation and run toward the submarine, only to find Now bleeding outside. He explains it's over for him so the kids can take the submarine. Realizing they'll have an extra spot, Cassie runs back to find her mother. Meanwhile, Julia is horrified to see the crabs coming and opens fire. She manages to kill a few of them, but the swarm is too big and she can't fight them all. At that moment, Cassie appears on top of the wall and offers her hand, so Julia starts climbing as fast as possible with her wounded leg. With Cassie's help, she reaches the other side and they run together to the submarine. Ben is already standing on the roof and opens fire to keep the crabs distracted while his family climbs too. The crabs find Now's body and immediately feast on it. Julia takes the gun and keeps the fire going while she makes the kids go inside. Once they're safe, she realizes she's out of bullets, so she throws the gun at the crabs and joins her children inside. The family makes sure to lock the hatch properly and watches the crabs surround the submarine on the windows. At that moment, the ocean finally returns, so the trio rushes to their seats and puts on the belts before holding hands. The raging waves soon hit the submarine and start throwing it around, causing Julia to have visions of everything that happened and Cassie to throw up. Soon the high-pitched noise returns and knocks the family out. Sometime later, Julia and the kids wake up and are happy to confirm they're alive. They unlock the hatch and go out to discover that the waves have dropped the submarine in a destroyed city, which means there's hope to survive and rebuild.